We are at it again.
Should we clap?
I guess.
Sure.
Make it clap.
Nope.
So is someone going to count this out?
Well, no, she's laughing right now, so I'm just waiting until she's okay. 3, 2, 1. Nice.
We got this
Like
guy.
we never
Professional.
left.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm gonna say.
Hi,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
It's only been
Welcome
like
back.
a week, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like it, honestly.
Hey, it's gonna be because after I put up the last episode we did, and then
Which was 3 months ago.
Yeah,
They can't know the
yeah, they don't
secrets.
know anything. Like the camera's been rolling, fellas, ladies.
hilarious.
Yeah, so
We're probably going to be super white compared to this episode. I was like, what happened to you guys within a week?
yeah.
Did you go
And as
away?
you can tell, we're in a different setting all together now.
So we have an extra homie setup today.
What'd
I
you
feel
say?
cozy,
I
though,
thought
for once.
You're really owning the couch.
Oh
setup
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm just gonna pose
Oh, wait,
with it
I
all
just saw
right
that
there.
on the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, just full leg open right
I
there.
am cozy, too. Because I'm usually, like when we had the
Yeah.
couches at the studio, I had to, sit up all
Yeah.
the time. Even they were comfortable, but I felt like
Yeah.
I had to be
Super proper.
Maybe-
super proper. And now
Yeah,
I'm like,
maybe we can do a nude episode. Yeah, we'll just have pixelation, so it'll be really nice. Just inviting.
I
that
don't
way.
think I would be able to focus.
Yeah, I think I might opt out of that episode.
Don't worry, we'll pixelate you just entirely, so it'll be fine. You'll just be like, yeah, you're still part of it, bro.
Whole face.
Yeah.
He's like, who's this
Yeah.
guy?
Come on, guys. You don't know somebody until
No,
you
but
see them naked.
I saw this
Yeah.
cruise, nude cruise, like all nude.
Oh, I saw that post.
I kind of might do
Yeah.
it. I want to.
So you won't be nude online, but you'll be nude
No,
on a
because
cruise.
on that cruise, no one's gonna know me. So who cares?
They're gonna
Wait
know
until you know
afterwards.
people.
Yeah.
Wait until you see someone
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Very likely, because
Yeah.
everywhere I go, it's like even when I try to hide. I went to this speakeasy in Ronkonkoma that just opened up by
Yeah.
like station yards. Have you guys been there or no?
I know station jars. I haven't really been in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's this speakeasy that just opened up.
Oh, I think I know what the one you're talking about, though. Yeah.
Yeah, so my social battery was really low from
Mhm.
working all these hours in the summertime. So I was like, oh, let me go to speakeasy where like no one's gonna know me. I walk in, there's 3 people at the bar, and 2 of them I hate, absolutely hate.
Oh shit.
So I just walked in, I'm like, come on, like trying to have some peaceful, night
Your
time.
first problem was that you went to a speakeasy on Long Island.
Yeah, true. But no, sometimes I'll go to the city and I'm like, happy because no one knows me, and then Paulina, and I'm just like, no, bro. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
It's gonna be a great thing,
yeah.
Oh, I gotta tell you. So I worked a festival earlier this month.
The one that we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but the thing that happened there, you know about this, but like when I arrived, I had to go get my like backstage
badge.
passes and stuff
Okay.
like that, so I can go and do my job.
Mhm.
And as I got out of the car to go get my passes, I just hear is like, "Oh, you're from PND."
What? Yes, Victor.
I'm just like, wait, what? The photographer who was there isn't familiar with PND. He's like looking at me like, what do
What
you
is
do
that?
that I don't know about?
Aw.
And the girl who was and she's probably watching this episode, Coachella, but she was it was on the Indian reservation. Yeah, she was just excited to
Oh,
see
that's
us,
so
and
awesome.
she recognized me, knew my by name and everything. You're Victor, and I was like, wow.
There
I was
you
like-
go.
Victor's getting fame now.
Yeah.
Let's
I was
go.
like- so I was just like, oh, okay. She was so nice and super helpful the
How
whole
awesome is
time.
that?
And yeah, and so I was like, but yeah, she was like a real fan. She's like seen them all. She's like,
Aw.
I was like, you must have seen them all because you know who I am. Because I'm in like probably like 30% of the total catalog.
No, you've been actually like
I think you've
He-
been on it every
yeah, you've been-
episode.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I
The beginning
I'm not the
was-
majority of the episode.
yeah,
Yeah, so,
Like I think more and more frequently now, but
but I
which
mean,
we
like,
love.
people still like you as far as like the
Yeah.
reasonable person.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no,
Because-
it was
The
definitely
proper
it was
person on
definitely
Yeah,
this
because
podcast,
I've
the only
heard talks about us. Just like
What do you
yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, no, like
Oh.
I've heard about you, Poe. People have
Wait.
talked about you.
Like what?
Like, yeah, she's an empowering woman, and she's too powerful of a woman like for me to handle.
Was it a man saying that?
What do you think?
The way you said that.
I can't,
Was it
because I-
a man that said
Literally,
that?
like, tell me another one.
Yeah.
I'm used to it by now. You know, it is a real man will handle me. Let's just put it that way.
There you go. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah, because honestly, I had like my second best friend ChatGPT chats, and what happened was like, what is wrong with, like, I literally asked it. I was like, is it wrong that I'm just this like go-getter, that I know what I want from life, that I know what I want from a relationship? I say it out loud publicly. I don't have a filter. I understand that this can be intimidating to a lot of boys, but to a man, it shouldn't be, because why, as a man, why wouldn't you want a strong-minded woman by your side? Who said that? Now I
Did
know.
you want me to answer that? It's just
I'm
like,
pissed.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Yeah.
Or is it
Who
what you're
wouldn't
expecting
want a
discussion?
woman like this?
No, I'm gonna find out off
No.
the podcast.
I'll tell you like this. When I was in Cali, because that's one of the reasons why we've been out. It's just we've been traveling,
They've
we've been
been
working.
busy. It's not me
Yeah.
this time,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, no, it
Yeah.
definitely hasn't been Poe. But I will blame Poe. Just
Fine.
because in the beginning we did take a break because Poe had to, reanalyze like if this is the way that she wants to be presented. And
Yes.
I respected her wishes, and
Fair.
I wanted to just be like, let's make sure whatever you want, we get that
Mhm.
coordinated. But yeah, because obviously for everybody on here that comes on here, that is on here, I want to be respectful, even though
Absolutely.
I do cross the lines for,
I was
multiple
just going
things.
through like a little bit of an identity crisis and
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to level up in my own life as
Mm-hmm.
a person. And I didn't want what I'm talking about on here to kind of hurt me in a sense.
Yep.
But then I like analyzed the situation and I was just like, you know what? No, like this is who I am. Why am I limiting? Like, let's say, like, why am I trying to put a filter on myself when in reality this is who I am off camera, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Mhm.
yeah, I just needed a moment to kind of sit on it and figure out where I want to be moving forward. And yes, we are rebranding slightly.
We
Um,
need to come up with a better name for them PND. As much as we cherish that,
Yes.
we
It's time to level up a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And
So, if you
again,
guys want to help, we're taking any ideas.
Drop
Yeah,
it in the comments.
Please.
drop it in the comments. I like
There
that,
you go.
man.
That's-
Drop it in the
Call to
comments.
action.
Yeah. There we go. Like, you still need to get that sound in there. I'll just put it in there. Fuck it. It works out. But
yeah, the boys been traveling and doing their thing. So
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vic, where have you been lately? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
To
Well,
the festival.
yeah. So, I mean, I just got back from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I was in
remember.
Milwaukee at Summerfest, which also was very cool and in many ways kind of a dream
Did
come
you get
true.
to see the Killers?
I didn't. No. You know what? Because so okay.
That's the one band
I'll-
that you definitely wanted to see.
Oh, I know,
It's
I know.
Dex.
I mean, I got to see Motion City Soundtrack. I got to see
Don't
The
know.
Fray. I got to
Okay,
see
nice.
Plain White
Yeah.
Tees, and those
Cool.
are all big bands for me.
That's crazy.
So-
Plain White Tees played on there?
Yeah, Plain
Okay.
White Tees are open for Motion City Soundtrack, which
Okay.
is good.
Nice.
And but so those were like outside of the Killers, those were the main bands I want to see. So I got to see them all.
Nice.
So I was pretty happy about that. I even got to see like Young the Giant, which is a band I'm recently getting into. So
Cool.
But so the thing with the Killers, so interesting thing. So the tie back to the Palm Tree Festival where I was, and there was Kygo and Fisher and everything.
I'm so
Yeah.
jealous.
So-
That's awesome.
The thing with that is like I was there with a brand that was working backstage, and we were getting a ton of content for them, both at the festival and everything, like and of their booth with the artists and stuff. I had a media pass. I wasn't sure what level of access I had with that, so I was like, well, it'd be good to get some stage footage. So I just walked up to the stage and just walked
would do the
straight
same.
on stage, right past the security, and then they let me go. So it was all good, and I got a bunch of fantastic footage, and it was great, and all good. At least I wasn't able to do that with Kago because then they actually like had because obviously the artists have their specific contracts, and
Yeah.
there's a point where they really wall off.
Kygo, we didn't even want you anyways. So
I mean, I got a lot
forget
of
you.
stuff from the front where
Nice.
I was allowed to be,
Yeah.
which I'm happy about. And
It-
when you guys
yeah.
see this recap,
Ooh.
it's gonna be
Ooh.
I saw it
Oh,
already.
it's so
Good.
good.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Editing skills.
yeah.
So
Something
I'm not
that we
taking that,
don't
but
do.
we got we're blessed to now have a pretty good established team of editors
Oh, that's great.
that have been helping us and level things up.
I love
Yeah.
that.
But so similar thing happened at Summerfest. So the
Oh,
thing with
really?
Summerfest was they have an amphitheater that is like attached to the grounds
Okay.
that's enclosed, and it's kind of treated like a separate venue compared to the festival. So everybody, including the people who bought tickets to Summerfest, have to get a separate ticket if they want to go to the amphitheater
Oh, wow.
where the headliners were. So. And the Killers were the headliner for the first day, and
Of
then
course.
Megan Thee Stallion was the headliner of the second day.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And so I remember on the set when we tried, so I wasn't sure like how that was working with the media pass either.
Mhm.
So as we went to the amphitheater, we got through the first gate, no problem.
Okay.
You know, they saw our media pass, everything. They didn't give us
Go,
any
go,
sweat.
go, go.
We got to the amphitheater doors,
Mhm.
and we got through the second person. We got to the backstage area,
Yeah.
no problem. And then once we got to like the front of the actual opening where we will see the stage,
Yeah.
that's where like the person who knew what was going on was like, "Nah, your pass doesn't qualify for this level of access." So it was like, "Oh, okay, no problem," you know.
Yeah.
No argument there, but yeah, so that's as far as it goes. But I mean, it does go to show it's just like
Yeah, but
sometimes you just gotta try.
You have if
Try,
you,
you know.
if you don't ask, you're never gonna know. If you don't
But-
try, you're not gonna know.
But
if you
always being super
Same thing
respectful
with anal.
of the rules
Yeah.
that you do know
Yeah.
of and of the personnel there
Yeah.
and everything like that, of course, you know.
Yeah, no, of course. But I think like from this, we're gonna continue to grow into more festivals. Obviously,
I love that for you guys.
yeah. I mean, like outside of that, we've just been growing through our network, through everybody just reaching out, through podcasts, through everything that we've been doing, and it has been evolving
You
into.
want to talk
something-
about your recent trip?
Which
Oh, yeah.
one?
The
The-
other side of America?
Yeah, in California. Oh my God, that
Yeah.
was
This man's in LA.
Yeah, that was the first time I got to really hang out in California, which I had to go through the curfews and also the riots. So that was cool to see. Like, there was no war zone, folks. I'm gonna be flat out honest. Some of the videos I did see on social media, people throwing the scooters
Yeah,
out.
I saw
But
that.
yeah, it was pretty cool to see that. But I was like, damn, like the police do not like people. Like as they were roaming through the streets, one of the kids that was with us, he just like, throws the finger up to them and the cops just throw a finger back at him. It's just like,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like they are not.
They
about-
had it up
the-
to here.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not there
they
to
are not.
play.
It's
I mean,
not,
I don't blame them. That's
yeah.
a lot to handle too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
know?
New York. It's
I
definitely
mean, they're
something
also
different.
trying to do their job, like for the most part. Like they're
Yeah.
following orders to an extent, but
Yeah.
of course, there's always bad apples and bad representation within it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's. I mean, it was strange to say
Yeah.
the least. Because the weird thing about Cali, the one little thing that I did not like is that they close everything around 10 o'clock, and with the
Like
curfew.
PM.
Oh, there's like no real
Yeah.
nightlife.
Yeah, like what
Wait,
I was
really?
explained. Yeah, what I was explained, it was like they're more about house parties, and you have to be invited. So it's more of a seclusive thing of
So
just
it's like a
Ah.
Hamptons thing.
no, because the Hamptons at least you can go out, like out here somewhere.
Yeah, but the Hamptons is also known for like big men
house
yeah,
parties and
yeah,
stuff like that.
but like
exclusive. But yeah, you
like-
still have places to go
yeah,
to. Yes.
Yeah,
out
okay,
there
yeah, you're
though,
right.
like when it's 10 o'clock, everything's
Were
shut
you
down.
like? I mean,
Wow.
in the city, there's plenty of places to go to.
I mean, I went to a
Like,
strip
there's
club when
clubs.
I was out there. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's what the stripper told me. It was just like, yo, or the sex worker or dancer, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
She explained to me it's just like after like 11 or 12, that's everything is shut down, including the bars. So everybody goes to the strip club just because
Yeah,
or the
'cause it's
people.
the only
yeah.
spot open. yeah.
Again, unless you know somebody in the hills that's
Wow.
having a party, then you can go out there and then like, okay, now we're having
I
a
wonder
party.
if this has to do with any like liquor licensing and the times, because
Not
like
sure.
even out here,
Interesting.
certain towns like Hampton Bays, you can have a bar open till 4 a.m. In Riverhead, where I'm at, you can only have it open till 2.
Mm.
So it
Oh,
could
that's
be
like an
also like
actual
a restriction.
regulation that
Yeah,
happens
like
out
a
to follow?
regulation.
Okay,
So maybe
but
that's what they have out
Interesting.
there.
because in San Diego, because what I ended up doing after my job over there in Los Angeles, was finished. I decided to take another week or so. It was supposed to be like 3 more days, but then because they wanted some extra footage, and I was like, I'm not really gonna experience too much if I just leave right now.
Yeah.
So I pushed out my date, and then
Nice.
yeah, exactly. And thank God it didn't cost me too much. So I pushed out the date, and I rented out a car.
So
Folks,
fun.
I did not know this, but I forgot to bring my credit card. You need a credit card to rent a car. So yeah,
Yep.
luckily I found Avis. God bless you. Promote you, because they were able, like, oh, just put some money down. And I was like, fine, boom, done. Got a car,
Nice.
and then everything was kosher, because then I was just driving everywhere, and you need to drive in LA.
Oh, yeah.
That's 100% true.
The traffic sucks too.
Honestly,
Or
it
did you not
didn't.
hit it?
It did
Okay.
not. It did not. Like, yeah, there was traffic, but most
I
of the
feel like
time,
we deal with a similar thing out
yeah,
here
but
too.
like for me, like what ended up happening was, like, I drove during the times that there was
No
either
rush
no
hours.
traffic, and then I just either decided to eat when there was traffic or do something
I got you.
else.
So you're smart.
So I
about
went
it.
to like the observation tower, like up in the hills. I also got to see Dodger Stadium.
Is
Nice.
that the
was
one in
really
all
cool.
the movies? That observation tower?
I believe so. Yeah,
wow.
it's a really
Nice.
cool. It's the one when Lincoln Park did their
Yeah.
live. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the exact one I went
Nice.
to, because I was
that's
like,
so cool.
yeah, exactly.
I've seen it
I-
in so many things.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I got to go check this out, and it's such a great view to see all
Did
of
you take
LA.
pictures?
Of course, it was such a beautiful thing to see LA. But it was cool. I got to see the Chinese theater and everything, where all the stars like walking the,
Yeah.
But would I ever live in LA? I don't think I would want to, just because most of the time, like if you do have a car, which you should have, you have to take everything out. Like every time you park your car, take everything out, or unless like you have
Hide
tinted
it.
windows.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they will break into your car. Everybody's told me that. Everyone in LA just like, yeah, take everything out, or else
Scary
they'll break
times
into
we
the.
live in.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't take public transportation like you could in New York or like some
Why
other
not?
Chicago, because a lot of the public transportation, the homeless or people
Oh.
that will jack you,
Oh,
like are
geez.
right on there. So it's not something you want to just like take your like go out afterwards. So most of the people do Uber, obviously.
Yeah.
In the homeless there, I promise you, they could beat our New York homeless. They those homeless are crazy. Like it
Right.
was wild to see. Like the first time we get out of the hotel, like we just got into LA. We get into our hotel. We just dropped our bags and we had to go in to check out the place.
Yeah.
And then as we're walking in, we see a homeless guy about to fight the police. Yeah, and it was a group of police. It's like, I'll all you up, and then like,
Oh,
and like I was just
shoot.
like, oh my.
I mean, when I went
God.
to LA, I saw a bunch of homeless, but they were like harmless, kind of, for the most
Oh,
part.
well,
So
thank
I don't
God.
know. Maybe
Well,
they
I
just.
was in downtown, like near, like literally, I was probably like maybe 7 or 10 blocks away from Skid Row, and that's like you
Interesting.
don't go to Zombie Land, like unless you're part
Wow.
of
Is
Zombie
that
Land.
what they call it?
bro.
Zombieland?
Yeah,
I've
Zombie
never
Land
heard
is
of
nuts.
that.
Yeah, like all drug addicts, homeless people, or
That's crazy.
unhoused, whatever you want to call them. Like that's where they are. You do not go near their like.
Dude,
Yeah,
that reminds me of something that some locals in Milwaukee told me.
yeah.
So it's like I ended up in a hotel just south of the downtown Milwaukee, and then and our photographer ended up in a hotel north
Mhm.
because it was just the last one. He had a whole
Yeah.
thing happen to him, and but I remember we were talking, and then he was asking, it's like, "Hey, where does it go?" It's like, she was like, "Where are you staying?" And he goes like, he told them where, and they're like, "Ooh," they're like, and then I told him where, and I'm like, "I'm real quick." He's like, "You should visit him."
Oh my God.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, like there's plenty of places to go there, this and that." Like, yeah, so it's like, I'm like, "Oh, so north of here is that part of town."
yeah.
Like,
There's always some part of towns that you need to just
so
make sure
like,
you
Avoid,
know
yeah.
not
North
to.
Milwaukee. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
I feel like every city has that.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, like, and I'll tell you, like, one of the weirdest things was watching the helicopters fly so low in LA. It was in
Really?
yeah, like
I mean, there's not tall buildings out there, really.
there are tall buildings and
yeah.
like downtown, and
Yeah,
they
Oh, down-
still
they do have
fly like
skyscrapers, yeah.
right through it.
Oh,
Like,
like
What?
through it, like
Yeah.
in between skyscrapers.
yeah, bro, that's what it felt like when I
Why?
saw. Again, that's what they do in LA. I don't know.
So
I don't make the
weird.
relegate.
But
know,
what did you think of
regulations.
people?
So far, I can't say like I was around that many people. Like the time that I actually got to spend with people was after the work was done. because it's like I had like New Yorkers, New Jersey people, like everybody like from everywhere flew in for the event. And then after that, like once I got off of that, I started driving. The first place that I hit, because I wanted to go to sort of like a northern area, because they told me like Malibu, I wanted to check out the burn site and everything like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get to, but I went to Santa Monica.
Nice.
Because
That's
like
beautiful.
and the pier and everything. So
I love the
like
piers there.
yeah, exactly. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous place. If I had to go to Santa Monica, you can visit Venice, like just down south of it. But they tell me if you're in Venice, don't stay there past like 7. Once the sun goes down, get the fuck out of there. You know?
Scary times.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
But then south of that is another nice place. But I didn't get to explore it just because I was like, I wanted to have more time, but I was like, yo, I need to run. I need to go San Diego as fast as I can. Like, cause I wanted to just go down cruising down the coastline.
San Diego is beautiful.
And it is. But before there, I got to go down the cruise line, just like, just checking out the coast.
Nice.
Every town like down there, it was like, there was something special or something different about it. I wish I could have stayed in a little bit for like days, but then I ended up, in Laguna Beach. When I hit Laguna Beach, that's where I was like, I need to stay here for a second. No cell reception. That was the worst part about it. It was trash cell reception.
But sometimes that's best.
We tried to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
It was like every other minute, and it's like, and he's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, another hill? You're like, yeah.
See, I would like that. Like, no reception. I'm like, I'm good.
I mean, it's nice once in a while, but then like when you're
Not when you
actually,
need it.
like when I was trying to park and I found a parking space and then I was trying to like get the little thing that I needed to just like pay the, no, I couldn't. I was like, okay, this is trash. Like, so I was like, but it's beautiful there. I had to see the sunset. So, I mean, like, it was funny when I got to San Diego and I got to see my friend there, our family friend. She let me stay with like her boyfriend. And it was a beautiful place. I forgot the exact spot where it was, but it was near a university down there. And I swear to you, when the sunsets hit there, it's something different. And then she told me, because it was like, oh, this is a trash sunset, like right here, because it wasn't going to be like right on the line on the water, because it was smog, because they called it June bloom or something like that, where every morning and like usually around there, like you see this like fog roll up and you just like, oh, it looks like trash. And then around 11 or 12 clears up, beautiful weather. Yeah. And then like everybody's out, surfing, barbecuing. It's amazing.
I think that's the coolest thing about like San Diego, especially. It's not only, the view and how pretty the town is. I actually enjoyed the people there. They're very like healthy.
Yeah.
They want to get up and do things, and like you always see people running or riding a bicycle or doing something. It's like super inspirational when I went there. I remember it was a couple years ago.
And that's something that she told me about. Was like everybody's like on their fitness, on their shit, like because it's nice and sunny. And then like it was funny
right away.
Yeah, and then funny enough, when I was working the event in Los Angeles, one of the guys, one of the DPs there. I got to meet him and talk to him, and he's a cool ass dude. He directed some stuff. And then I got to connect with him, and he told me like, yeah, LA's for work, bro. Like I just stay in San Diego. It's like a very cutthroat environment, where it's like, like for work, everybody's just about themselves and kind of stuff like that. But San Diego,
similar to the city.
Exactly. Which is understandable. It's like, it's work. But you go to San Diego, like you said, it's a very laid back,
different vibe.
Oh, absolutely. And I fell in love with it. I've never told my father and my mother like that I would move somewhere, but that was the one city I was like, I had an ex that told me like, yo, you should come to San. That's the one reason why I ended up going there, because I was like, yo, let me check out San Diego. She always talked about this.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and I did, and I fell in love with that. The weather is perfect year round. I mean, and they told me like that was like the worst of it, and I was like,
really?
Yeah, like come on, I'm from New York.
What was the temperature?
It was around like 70s, like
perfect.
80s. And then like when it got really hot, okay, but it was not humid.
Did you go in the ocean?
Nice.
I wanted to.
Because it's freezing. Usually.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. Ocean.
I saw everybody in wetsuits kind of shit. But I swear, I just like, I've never thought about moving anywhere, but if I had to pick, it would probably be San Diego, because
I would move there too.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally came back, so it's like, you're like, Vic, in 5 years, I'm moving to San Diego.
Yeah. Like, it's
Why
the
5?
point.
You could do it sooner.
I could, but like, again,
You want to build the business.
Whereas like, I want to make sure that our business has
Oh,
enough where
heck
we're
yeah.
like we can
Totally.
go back and forth anywhere. Like, because I love New York, I do.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I can say it, and I
People
think we can say it because we're from New York. F New York, like
Yeah.
we like love this place, but F New
hate it
York.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
exactly.
love-hate. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
yeah,
love-hate.
exactly.
I
We can
would-
hate
I
on it, but
would-
you can't.
I would visit. Like I would come
Yeah.
and visit often.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Oh,
I would
yeah.
probably move out of New York for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so expensive.
but like the one.
But San Diego
yeah,
is expensive too,
yeah.
though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
oh,
But like that's
definitely.
why I'm just like it's a wash. It's
But
like to me,
at the
it's
end of the
like-
day, like I would rather pay the same money for a weather year round
Yeah.
than me escaping the winter time just to go skiing every weekend, because I hate it out here.
Yeah.
And then I'm spending even more money skiing, obviously, and being up in the mountains. So San Diego, yeah,
and
I
it
need
was
to go back.
something exactly. It was something that you mentioned. It's like if you want to travel somewhere 5 hours, you're up in the mountain. You can
Oh, yeah.
snowboard or surf. And
You
then
can- Out there, you
yeah,
can ski
Yeah.
or snowboard
Yeah.
the same day that you will be in the ocean.
yeah, and you
Like
can
within
yeah.
8 hours, literally,
Yeah.
you can do both.
Yeah.
Like that would be like a perfect spot for
and
me.
then you can go to Mexico too. Like one of my
Yeah.
friends, the family friend I was telling, what she ended up doing is like the insurance she has, they take it in Tijuana because Tijuana is literally on the border of San
wow.
Diego and stuff. So you could just travel, go across the border, get your teeth fixed for cheaper than you could in the United States.
Oh, that's
like the one
amazing.
that she was doing, it cost her like $6,000 in US,
Yeah.
and then she went to Tijuana. It was like $1,500. I was like. It's sort of like just a super win on that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
You
no
just,
brainer on
just
that
do
one.
your research on the doctors, though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like that
definitely.
was a family, like another family friend that she knew.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
like,
personal
so,
recommendation.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
exactly,
okay.
exactly.
Because
So
some
yeah.
of these doctors are so
Oh,
underqualified.
yeah, but the food, the Mexican food there, bro. Oh man, I went to
Good.
Gordo's Local. I think
Gordo's
Gordo's Tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah, I recommend that to. I know my friend when she was like kind of shitting on the fact that it was like, no, you can't go to the one in like San Diego. You gotta go to the one in Tijuana, TJ. That's what they call it. I was like,
TJ?
yeah, TJ. I was like, yo, I don't know how bomb it is in TJ, but that one in
Yeah,
San
now I
Diego
want
hits
it.
just perfectly, and it's one of the only places open at 2 a.m. on a
Oh, wow.
like on a weekday kind of thing like that. Where I was like, I want some food, and it's just like
Yeah.
it's hard, but that was definitely a trip. I got to see my cousin that I love so dearly. Sophie, hi. Could you wave to her? She
Hi,
Yeah.
Sophie.
and also Joyce. Just say hi, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
yeah. They're gonna love that right there.
Tell them to come out here. So
Oh,
we can...
they've been out here.
Okay.
Joyce lived out here in
Okay.
Long Island, and she
Oh,
was
so
like,
she moved. She's
"Oh,
like, I'm over
yeah."
it.
She was like, "Oh, I love New York, but no,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
living out in San Diego."
So what? She loves it out there.
Yeah,
She would never
she
come
was like,
back.
No, like she'll come back for like
Yeah,
visiting
visit.
purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
But outside of that, I'm not coming back.
I
for
honestly
visit.
haven't met a person that moved out of New York and was missing it so much that they moved back.
Yeah.
Unless they have a family, like a large
Yeah.
family here, then I
Yeah.
understand. But like I'm
Yeah.
talking about people who don't really have any like
Yeah.
baggage here and move out and start somewhere else. They don't want to come back.
I mean,
Yeah.
I met a Uber driver in Milwaukee who was actually from New York,
Oh
Yeah.
and he was
Wow.
and he was a Venezuelan guy,
Yeah,
very nice guy, and he was but he was saying he's like, honestly, best decision. I love Milwaukee. It's
Wow.
so
So
chill.
random, but I
he's
love
like
that.
he's like it's so chill here.
Yeah.
The slower pace, and you make decent money, and the like it's not like obviously it doesn't pay as much as New York,
Of
but
course.
he's saying the
expense.
the difference between what you pay for cost of living
Yeah.
and what
Oh,
you
yeah.
get paid is
Yeah.
so much better than it is in New
Oh,
York.
wow.
So
Oh,
he's like, I got
Yeah.
I keep more money in my pocket,
Yep.
and I'm not stressed 24/7.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need that.
So he was just making
Yeah.
a whole case for it. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But that my trip to Cali was truly a wonderful experience. I hope I get to go to San Diego. Like my goal is honestly fly out to either San Diego or Vancouver and just drive all the way through.
Down coast. Mhm.
Coast to coast, like
Smart.
just to see it, just to really like, oh wow, it's beautiful.
I want to go
um,
to San Francisco. I haven't been there yet.
I heard it's really filled with
I have a
homeless.
With
Like if you
homeless?
thought, like they told me, if you think LA is filled with
Oh,
homeless,
shoot.
San Fran,
Well, I probably wouldn't stay
Yeah,
in the city. I would I want to
Yeah.
see the bridge. I just want to do
Of
like all the
course, of
touristy
course.
things and
Yeah,
then leave
yeah.
some time for like non so touristy. I have
Yeah.
a friend there,
Yeah.
so I'm sure like I would be taking places
Yeah.
where it's not
I
really.
feel like if you go anywhere, you gotta enjoy the tourist things. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why.
I'm a big tourist.
yeah.
Everywhere I go, I'm a
Yeah.
tourist. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I live in Poland. That's the only place I don't feel like a tourist. Although now I do. I go to Poland, it's like a whole different country. Especially Warsaw. Apparently Warsaw is like a big New York City now. Well, a smaller New York City now.
I mean, yeah, when I went there, it was pretty developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay. Because I live on the other side of Poland. So typically how I would fly from JFK would be JFK, Amsterdam, Wrocław, which is like the smallest town, smallest international airport and town also, closest to my town. But I mean, city, I can't speak today. Closest international airport in the city closest to my town.
Yeah.
But I used to do Warsaw, but I would not leave the airport. I would just sit there for 3 hours and then and then I would hop on my layover to Wrocław. Long story short, I haven't seen Warsaw. Like it had to be like 6 years until recently last year. And I was just like,
oh, wow.
it's a whole new
Yeah.
beast now. I love it. I have friends. Did I tell you guys that I have friends that were born here and went to visit Warsaw and Poland and they never came back? Like they're living in Poland.
It
now.
was really
They
cool.
love it.
I would have to say, and the food there
The food
was
is really good.
top notch. It's so international food. Like literally, there was an amazing Mexican place next to an amazing Egyptian place next to like.
Yeah.
Mexicans are everywhere.
They're
bro.
everywhere.
They're
But
really
that's
everywhere.
recent. I'm telling
That's
you, like
wild.
back in the day in Poland, you would have to look for a Mexican place to
Yeah,
eat
and
at.
it's all like you could find international food everywhere. We like me and my wife. We were like looking for like we wanted some Polish food just because we
Oh,
were in
yeah, 'cause
Poland.
there are so many,
We
yeah,
had,
yeah, yeah.
we had to go and like really find one until we
Yeah.
found like a Polish pub or something where they had like
Aw.
pierogies and stuff like that.
Pierogi, so good.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then
Came
I
from
never
a
had it,
France.
so yeah.
I have to, okay, because every time I make it, it's like everybody eats it right away. And it like,
Yeah.
I try to save like little
we
containers
make them
for people.
at the house sometimes.
Yeah?
Too. Yeah. We go to Tashkent, which is a big Eastern European Russian market in
Ooh.
Brighton Beach.
Nice.
They have great prices, but it's all just Eastern European food.
Oh my God, I need to go there.
Such a great selection, good prices, and they have basically a giant freezer of pierogies frozen.
Free made.
So all you
Let's
do is
go.
you get like a bag like you would for vegetables, but you get it and you just fill it with as many pierogies as you want.
I
And
need
then
to
you
go.
pay for the weight.
You need to
And
send me the info.
Yeah, you just talk Poe's language right
Yeah.
there. Nice.
There's nothing better than like homemade pierogies made by your mom or grandma.
And
But
the meat's really high quality too. It's like
Yeah.
all halal and everything like that. So
nice. I don't buy cold cuts anywhere but in Polish deli. Because it's important from Poland and there's no chemicals and carcinogens and everything else that's loaded out here in those meat industry.
Yeah. Well, I
Can't do
mean,
it.
like I heard about like Italy and their bread and the pasta. It's just like the fact that you can eat all that and not feel full or gain weight.
Also, bread and pasta will only be fresh for 3 to 4 days in Europe. Like after that, like your bread will turn white and like gross.
Stale?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So here you buy bread and you have it for 2 weeks.
they're also you guys in Europe. You have more local markets.
Yes.
And you're more in the habit of buying almost
stuff.
every other day or
Yeah,
every week,
Yeah.
not like once a month a big order.
Yeah, I agree.
Like you guys don't really store that much.
No.
Even your freezers are smaller.
And fridges are tiny. Like they're like, think of your fridge right there,
Okay.
half size. And that's a freezer and a
normal.
fridge.
Okay.
So the freezer is on the bottom. And then it's so tiny. Every time I go home, I'm like, oh, this is so tiny. Everything, dishwashers,
Yeah.
washers, dryers. I don't even have a dryer in my house. We just like usually hang things up.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
pretty
I
common.
actually do love it because it smells like fresh air. Like if you go outside and hang it up in the summer, it smells like I can't even explain it. Like just like wind, but like fresh and I don't know. It's so good.
Okay.
There's so many good things about it. I actually want to go soon. I usually tend to go for Christmas and like around that time, but I was just talking to my parents that I haven't really been to Poland during the summertime. So I was thinking of going soon, right after our summer, and maybe staying there for a week and then taking my parents away somewhere to like Tunisia. Is that how you say it in English?
That sounds about right.
Tunisia?
Tunisia.
Tunisia in Polish. I don't know.
No, it sounds
No.
It's like a
Tunisia.
small-
I've heard
In
of
English, you said it
Tunisia.
right? Yeah, Tunisia.
Tunisia.
Yeah.
Okay, or Turkey or somewhere
love
out there
Turkey.
because I have never been there. So
Love
Yeah.
Turkey.
I've decided every time I go to Poland, I'm gonna stay in Poland for a week and then take a trip somewhere to another country because I left so young.
Yeah.
I didn't get to really explore Europe enough.
Mm.
So I'm excited for your Euro trip if you go.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah. I'll see what goes down in Europe.
You'll be like, I'm not coming back.
No, I feel like I'm gonna be in a Diddy party of like, well, this is weird. Okay.
No.
I feel like
Yeah.
you would discover Europe a very different way than I've known it.
Like how?
Because-
Like how?
I feel
I
like,
mean, just like the way he would
The way
look
he
for
is, yeah.
things and like how
Yeah.
what he would like
Yeah.
decide to do.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
like when I went to Paris, like when I got back, everyone criticized me. It's like, oh, so how was the wine? I'm like, I didn't even think about it.
I
I
see.
didn't try
Okay.
anything. Like,
Yeah.
like
Well, I mean,
I
like,
love
I'll be
Paris.
honest. I didn't drink really almost all the entire trip
no,
either.
yeah.
But like,
I know when
even-
you're in work
yeah.
mode, you don't.
yeah,
at
but
all.
even when I was off of it, I was.
But you're
just
not
like,
a big drinker in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
No,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that, but
no,
like,
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, like, I'm happy to not be drinking that much to begin with. But yeah, I mean, I went to a dispensary when I was in Cali, and I was just, I was a little
Like
saddened.
disappointed?
It was just like all the stuff that like we're getting out here in New York. I mean, I know you guys don't smoke and stuff like that, but it's almost equivalent to what like I've smoked New York
Yeah.
and Cali. It's like this seems like the same thing. It gets you
Maybe
high.
now.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's different than like because somebody told me it was like, oh, like yeah, the only thing different is like it's fresher over there than it is here. But I'm just like still the same high. Like honestly,
Yeah.
I'm just like I just maybe I should have bought like just the flour itself instead of like some pre rolls.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I was just like it just didn't feel that different, and I was like
Because
and that's
everybody
it.
always hypes it up, right? Like
Yeah,
Cali weed
absolutely,
is so much
yeah,
better. I mean, I had a
obviously.
buddy of mine just came to visit for about a week from California, and
Yeah.
he did bring like a full
Yeah,
flower, and
of
like I hit
course.
it a couple times. I think I hit it twice, and I was high as a kite.
Of course.
I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, this is not for
Yeah.
me. I was
Yeah.
like,
I
I
can't
need
imagine
something.
you high.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm funny.
Yeah.
I just, like,
figured
laugh.
you get really giddy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I laugh at everything and anything. It's just
Yeah.
like to the
I
point that I'm like on the ground laughing
Yeah.
at something so dumb. It
Nice.
just makes no sense.
but honestly, like for me, is like now that I've kind of like somebody said it beautifully when I was at the that expo, the CMB, cannabis means business, and he said this guy he was talking on the panel, and he said it beautifully. It was just like which I'm taking. He said. My relationship or your relationship with cannabis will change throughout the years. And I just take that as now also with anything in relationships or anything
yeah.
I do, because whatever happens within your lifetime is like it's gonna change. And like my relationship with cannabis now is more just like I'm kind of like I don't need to be high. I don't need I
All the
want to
time, yeah, yeah.
experience I want to experience things sober. Like honestly, like just because that's sort of life. Like I just want to see what it feels like. And I don't need to be high just to feel happy.
I do, yeah, I do know a lot of people
Mm.
that they cannot cope with regular conversations,
Mhm.
even if they're slightly uncomfortable,
Yes.
unless they're high.
Yeah, because they turned it into a crutch for their social anxiety and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
And to each their own. Obviously, like
Yeah.
you got to figure out that balance for yourself. I've seen it. Unfortunately, hurt some people. Other people are
Right.
fine. But I've seen before. It's just like if you really have a problem with drugs, I think it's not the drug itself. It's more just like the person, whatever is affecting you, to take that for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
You need
That's
to heal
yeah,
that part.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Like if you're feeling like down for some reason, like you really got to ask yourself, why am I feeling down? And I
Mm.
Right.
remember a buddy of mine, he was going through the shit, and like he was like, "Yo, like, do you mind if we like go grab a drink?" And I told him like, "Bro, if you're feeling like depressed and shit, like." Let's
You
not
probably
grab a drink.
shouldn't,
We
yeah.
could just walk and talk. Like it's fine. It's like
But see, some people are
yeah.
not ready to talk
Yeah.
yet. So
And
that's why
it-
they numb
but-
themselves
but-
with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, but he was very appreciative of that, just like
That's great.
gesture, and he took me up on that, and he felt 100% better.
That's
just
good.
the
I'm
fact,
glad he did that.
yeah, that he just doesn't weigh himself in on that kind of stuff, and I'm glad about that because I feel like if we open up ourselves, like we can start to, like you say a lot, heal and
Yeah.
that's an important thing. And I think one of the big reasons I'm gonna be upfront about this that I've been lacking on the episodes has been the breakup that I went through. Not that it affected me to the point where I was depressed, but it definitely did take a toll on me on just like, do I want to say anything? How do I want to say it? Just
Bless
respectfully,
you.
yeah, respectfully to my ex and everything like that. I don't want to tarnish anything or to any of the people that I've been,
Yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
I feel like anybody that would shit on their ex is like, yo, you picked them. You
Yeah.
picked to be with that person.
Well,
Like,
some people lie.
yeah, no,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get
Like,
that,
some
but you
people
still
definitely-
like,
Take accountability
yeah.
that you've
Yeah.
continued
Yeah.
a relationship, no matter how
Correct.
it started or
Yeah.
anything.
Yes,
yeah,
I agree with
exactly.
that.
And that person may, but they taught me something. Like in this relationship, it taught me like a lot of what I want within a person.
Yeah.
Like that
You need those relationships.
that like I want somebody that communicates with me during the hardship of times. Like, and that, that's and that's not to her fault, but it's just like I also need somebody that is able to communicate with me in the right way to communicate with each other, because I felt like I lacked that with her, and I wish I could have been a better communicator to her. But at the same time, it's just like something like you just listen. It's neither of our faults. It's just we can't talk, and if
You really sometimes can't communicate. It's the most frustrating
I'm
thing.
wait, Vic has something to say.
Well, go ahead, go ahead.
No,
I'll
go
let-
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No, I was
finish
gonna
your
say
thought,
I like my recent situation. I've never been so flustered and frustrated with my message not being like addressed properly because somebody couldn't take you guys know me, like I don't really have a hard time communicating things, and sometimes I could be too like straightforward, and I understand that, but like the amount of arguments I've had with that man in the span of 3 freaking months, I've never had more arguments in any of my relationships.
I hope
before.
you know this is going online.
That's
so-
fine. I don't care. But and like I'm not bad mouthing the person. I just don't think that like we had personality clash, like the way I was communicating, it was like me speaking French and he's speaking English and we just can't communicate because it's 2 different languages,
Yeah.
Vic? I
Yeah.
know
So,
Why
Rob-
was he smiling?
No, Vic was just, he had his mic ready. Just like, as soon as I started talking about it, he's like, I got something to say. Like, I was like, okay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So,
That's so funny.
so I got one response to you, D, and one response to Poe.
Okay, I'm
Go.
turning around
So,
because I have to be locked in.
Locked in.
locked in. But it's very interesting because it reminded me of something I read recently, where increase bouts of procrastination, and like where like we all deal with procrastination to different degrees, but when there's like a period where it's like it just becomes heavier, it's usually in the article they say a trauma response, but I'll say it's more of a symptom.
Okay.
Of something
Oh,
in that
shit.
like
Okay.
current that current period. So it's like it's interesting that you said it's like the breakup. Like you had that self-reflection,
Yeah.
and it's like because it's something that you still need to fully process or
Yeah.
heal and this and that. So that can lead to a symptom of where it's procrastination, when there's a harder disciplinary action. For me, I also feel like I can deal with a lot of burnout because of the way I can naturally operate within life. Like if I don't check myself, I'll allow myself to take on more than I can handle,
I'm the same way.
which will. But I have a high capacity, so I can handle a lot to a point. So, but like I get like, for example, if I was a car, I can handle driving when the tires have already popped. I'll still go. And I'd be like, okay, I'm moving. But obviously,
It's
though, there's a
tragic.
problem.
Yeah.
And I'm not probably going to go as fast as I could be
And there's gonna be
going.
damage
And I'm going to
too.
be obviously having certain issues pop up.
Right.
Like me getting a little more reactive to normal things that I shouldn't be getting to, or just having a really hard time not procrastinating on things, and it's like, so it's like, I know that, like on that, it's like, okay, this is a symptom that I need to like work on. So it's just like, I thought that was also an interesting point.
No, that happened. I saw that happen recently.
Oh, yeah?
With me
It
and
was a
Victor.
text.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, what happened?
It was just like mistranslation, I guess, or miscommunication.
Okay.
Like because I sent him a text of what did I say to you, Victor?
So it was like this. I was we made plans
Yeah.
to meet up. Like so we were met
Yeah.
up. We did some things earlier in the day with work
Yeah.
related stuff.
Okay.
Then I had to go home, take care of some other things. This
Yeah.
was right before my trip and
Yeah.
everything like that. So I'm
Like
trying to get a
again,
lot of
just remember the last conversation
yeah,
Victor
remember
said.
I just said about burnout and stuff like.
Yeah.
So I like this is right before my trip. I there's things that I need to like fix
Handle.
before I leave, right?
Got it.
But we also had to like meet up to take care of some other things afterwards. So my
Okay.
plan was to come back
Yeah.
and meet up with him, right?
I kind of knew he was
And-
just like, bro, it's not
Not
gonna
happening.
happen.
So
But,
I got to the
yeah.
point where I was looking. I'm like the immediate need of the things I have to take care of home.
Right.
Just like the timing just
Overrated.
doesn't exist.
Well,
It
okay,
just
got
doesn't exist. Like for me to go and
Yeah.
do that, like at the same time, it's just like we don't live 5 minutes from each other anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, I was all in myself like canceling.
Yeah.
So I text him. I was just honest, like, hey, like this and that, blah blah blah. Like, so sorry, this and that.
Yeah.
And then when he says like I figured or
Yeah.
something like that, or so, like I could have
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you that or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
typical
typical
comment.
Darius
a
comment,
typical
yeah.
comment. My brain that I'm already like exhausted, and I already kind of felt bad about canceling because I don't like
Yeah.
going back on my word, and I hate being late to things.
Yeah, me too.
You know, so even though like it does happen to me a bit,
Right. Happens
But,
to us all.
But
So you
yeah,
got
so in
pissed.
that moment I read it as it figures you cancel the time. It makes sense that you would be late, which it obviously wasn't the sense, but that was
Yeah.
my initial reaction.
So that was your
so
interpretation.
Because
I
I,
said,
was
okay.
thinking, it figures like, oh yeah, bro, no way you would have could have like.
Yeah,
you're
there's no
tired.
way, there's no
Yeah,
time.
You're
like, bro,
tired. You got
yeah,
a
like,
trip tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go rest, like,
so you took
like-
it to heart too
So
much.
I took it to heart too much. So my
This is how I
as-
know Vic snapped. Like
as Daryl
Oh,
would call
yeah?
it.
Oh, yeah.
My HR reaction
Wait,
to
I
this,
want to
as
need.
Daryl
I
said,
need to see this.
was my reaction was like I was like it bothered me. If something bothered to me for more than a minute,
You have to say something.
I made it a rule for myself because I used to not say things.
Oh,
But I
I've-
like made it a rule to myself.
You
It's
have
like
to.
if something bothers me for more than like a minute or two, then I'm like, okay, I need to at least say it.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
I
That's
don't
fair.
let
That's
it
fair.
go. So I was like, okay. As I said, I just responded with like, that's an unnecessary comment.
yeah.
Oh,
And
that's, I
knew-
expected something
yeah.
worse.
No,
No,
but
but-
that's
but
Vic
you- but him-
snapping. Like
but
I
him
knew.
knowing
Okay.
me, he
Yeah,
knew.
I was like, oh, he's pissed.
Oh,
like, I was
no.
like,
He knows me.
Yeah, I was like, the Vic would never like retaliate in that way. So I knew exactly. Oh, he took it a different way. So I just told him like, yeah, no, like that's not what I meant. But and then I sent him a clip of Key and Peele of miscommunication text.
Via text.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was hysterical, and it was exactly what happened. And I read it. I'm like, yeah, I am just like literally. This is
just
me. This is me
overworked.
being tired.
Yeah.
and me being overwhelmed.
I can relate
and
to
I
that
like,
a lot.
And I apologize for that. So I was
No,
like,
it's fine,
totally.
bro.
I know it's
Yeah.
fine, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, because I know the minute I'm like, oh yeah, that's my B. That's a completely from me.
Because
That's
Yeah.
my own will.
The skit was so funny. It was so accurate to the
Oh, and
situation.
it definitely
You
made
need
me
to send
feel
it to
better.
me.
So I
Yeah.
appreciated
I
it very
will.
much because that did make me feel a lot better. I was like, I was
And
able to
like
get
for
a
you
good laugh
to,
out of
like
my
you
laugh.
said, for him to even say something like snappy,
Yeah.
I don't even. That's why I'm saying I was like tuned in. I was like, what did you say, Vic? Because I
No.
expected something
Yeah,
worse.
no,
but
no. Vic,
Aw.
I've only had Vic snap at me a couple times, and I like
I
I
feel like you
remember.
snap at him all the time.
Well,
Poor Vic.
it's different. Like when I'm just like, and people would take it as like, yeah, and I've had that people comment like us, like Darylus is always yelling at you, or like and it's like no, and Vic knows it, and he's not yelling. He's actually just communicating the way.
That's
like,
just
That's
the
just how
energy
he
level at
communicates,
where he
yeah.
communicates at.
Yeah.
And you guys have a relationship, obviously,
Yeah.
outside of PND. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know each other. You know how to
Yeah.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
seem to attract a lot of like rash New Yorkers as friends, anyways. Like, so those ain't the first one I've dealt with at this level of
Interesting.
energy.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's like usually they also like I guess it's like for me, it's like in communication, they handle that part of the energy of interactions in life. So it enables to me like I don't even need to voice up. He's already voicing all the problems with the situation.
pretty
I can
much.
chill through this.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so funny. I'm like a blend of both of you. I feel
you
like.
are. You
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
I've
like
seen it.
sometimes I'll say something and then I'm like, I should have not said that. And then I sometimes I stay quiet because Darely says something. It's great. It's good to be in the middle. I'm glad I'm in the middle for once.
Oh, and to pivot to the thing I wanted to react to with your
Yes.
added on comment before
Oh yeah.
was with the whole communication thing, like not knowing what to say or stuff like that.
Yeah.
One thing that like me and my wife kind of like grew into recently or like talked about, like that came up, is that like it is extremely annoying, that whole thing, like not knowing how to say things.
Right.
Because it's like, you
Because
know,
it's misinterpreted.
because obviously if you want to grow with a person, there's things you've had butts about. And sometimes it's like you don't know how to say it and you're trying to say it. And it's just like you're trying to work it out. But because you don't know how to say it exactly, the solutions aren't coming properly.
No, so my problem
And
is like
like
different a little
there's
bit.
still miscommunications to
Yeah.
an extent. And then it's like, so it still takes a lot of like time to work
And
it
effort, yeah.
through. And like for us, it's like, there was something that we've been talking about for like a year.
Okay.
Until like, even most recently, we got to a point where we're like, we fully now truly understand
Oh,
what we've been
I'm
trying
so
to
happy for
say.
you guys.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
'Cause
and now
sometimes
we're
it's a
getting
struggle.
to like that like resolution
Yeah,
period.
yeah.
But it's very hard to like go through those motions because it's like, I get you. I want to help,
Understand, yeah.
but it feels like everything that I'm responding with is not right
Right.
compared to the words that we are saying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
so what is this? And then
I just feel like I don't have a problem communicating things. It's more so just like I'm used to a certain way of communication and 99% of the time it gets addressed properly. And then there's 1% where it's like I'm like looking at you like an idiot. Like, how do you not understand what I'm saying when 99% of the world does?
But that's part
usually-
of communication, though.
No, yeah, I
A part
understand
of
that. I do.
communication is adapting to other people's
No,
language.
I know.
Yeah.
But then how do you adapt to other people's language? They have to teach you their language.
The biggest thing is to observe them.
Yeah.
The best way to like adapt any language is mirroring.
Yeah.
So it's like I know with D, the shorter and more direct I can get,
Thank you.
the better he feels about the thing. He's
Okay.
also because over time, my natural inclination is I'm a little more like I like adding background details. I
Right.
like establishing
Storytelling more.
Well, I like
Yeah.
establishing layers of understanding because
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure they get the full context of
Picture,
why I'm
yes.
saying it. And I'm also, I try to be considerate to an extent about like people, like how this may affect their feelings, different things like that.
Right.
Like, but there are certain people where it's like it's like I like as far as my interpretation, like because of the way you communicate, it's like for you, it's like you respect people's time and you respect people like, hey, if I give you the clearest, most concise answer right now, we can deal with this and move on
Yeah.
accurately and representatively. So I respect your time and I respect the situation.
Right.
And also, if I sugarcoat this, then you might not understand the severity of the situation or at least the realistic aspects of the situation. So we can deal with this.
Yeah.
So it's like, and in the same time, it's like, I don't need the extra fluff. You're never going to affect my feelings as far as you feel. It's like, you could be as straightforward as I know it doesn't
But
bother
I've
me.
realized that it does affect my feelings, and it
Yeah.
does like that. I
Okay.
am emotionally attached to the situation because it triggers me that people don't care or like they're just not to that level where I am. And I'm trying to, thanks to you, I'm also trying to
Work
balance
through it.
myself to
Mhm.
like, okay, like I need to either detach myself from it
Mhm.
or I need to just calm myself and like understand, like you said, mirror the situation. And I've been trying to be better at that. And I think I've improved myself to see others. Like,
I would say you have tremendously.
yeah, like one of the things though, like you were saying, like it was so hard for me to do because like that manager at the hotel, when I was talking to him, like he was giving me like, oh yo, we're really sorry about this and stuff like that. If you're really sorry, just return me my cash and then we're good.
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
didn't like because I told him, I was like, I don't need your HR like apology.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
told him that,
Yeah.
and he took it. He was so butthurt because I told him that shit. He was just like, "But I don't need that sass. I don't need you like be like sarcastic."
Well, because you're very direct.
Yeah, and I was like,
and some
"Listen,
people look at
yeah.
it as like a negative thing.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm not trying to insult you, bro. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go. And like, if you're not gonna, if
Just
you're
give me
gonna,
my refund, yeah.
yeah, and like, let's you, because you're not really sorry. Like, let's be
Right.
frank about this. Because if you're really sorry,
You
just
would
give
have
me
changed
back-
something
yeah,
also.
Just give me the money back. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
just don't lie to my face. That's it. It's like, I don't need that. Like, you don't need
Yeah,
that.
but see,
Yeah.
like some people take it as like you're an asshole.
Exactly.
You know?
A major disclaimer here to point out is when we're saying mirroring the situation, we don't mean match people's energy.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean when he starts yelling at you about you not taking him like, oh, this and that.
Screw
that doesn't
back.
mean start matching that level of energy
Yeah.
right back because that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, but
It's like
I do want to just add something about the mirror because you guys obviously have known each other for years. So you know how to communicate with each other. When you starting a new friendship or a romantic relationship, it is very hard to communicate, right? So if I am, and I think I'm very understanding and I am very considerate. I am. And
You are considerate. You are very, you try to be understanding. Yes.
if you explain the situation to me, I'll be like, okay, I can feel for you, but like, can you explain a little bit more? Like, I'm gonna ask questions,
yeah.
so I can
that's good.
understand in my language what you're saying in your language. You know what I'm saying? So in relationships, I try to mirror people, right? So like, okay, it matters to him that I explain situation that way and not this way, and I'm not gonna be short and quick with him, but I actually put in effort and explain the situation, even though I don't have time for it. But I'm gonna do it because he needs this. And let's say I do that, and then. So I'm working on my form of delivery of the message I'm trying to deliver, but then it doesn't seem to be working because obviously it's not going to happen overnight. Relationships take time, and learning each other's communication it's not going to happen over time. But I feel like it never, with that specific person, I was way too understanding and I was way too trying to be like mirror him versus he wasn't even trying to do the same for me. You know, it was mutual
in that sense.
Yeah.
Do you ever, not to say with the specific situation, but just in general, do you ever like repeat back something to a person saying it's like, so you're saying this, and then repeat it back in your own words?
That takes a lot of patience, and I do have a hard time being patient with a lot of people.
Well, I'm glad you didn't realize
Oh
that.
no, I
was-
know that. Oh no. I've
because-
known that.
Because I know that's something that helps me a lot.
You
Because
told me that. I remember
like-
last time he told me that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
when you
I
were
was
like,
gonna.
oh, is this what you're saying? Like almost like asking if you received the message the way they
Correctly.
wanted it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that because that has helped me a ton because I've had like, I mean, I like just because we're here, like,
Yeah.
it's like where we're like we start getting into a certain point where we're like disagreeing, but like I feel like we're on the same side, but yet
Oh, yeah.
we're disagreeing. So I'm like, okay,
Let's break it
this
down.
is how I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
This, and this. Is this what you mean?
Yep.
And then it gives an opportunity for the person to like either clarify.
Yep.
Yeah, this and that. Because I know, like, at least for me and my wife, one thing that I know we both like struggled with, but like we've understood and really had to grow in is like for my wife, she's very logical, more task oriented, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the perspective she views everything
Right.
and how she communicates things. I'm very relational. So like, yes, I'm very motivated in my tasks and different things like that. But all my motivation is tied to the relationships attached to the task.
Okay.
How is this goal affecting the
Robin.
but yeah, so one thing with like me and my wife, we realized like she comes from that logical perspective.
Right.
And I come from relational because for me, like tasks are more about how is the task affecting the people involved.
Okay.
You know, it's like my goal is to get the best result for the people being affected by the task.
Well, yes.
Whereas her is more like the efficiency of the task itself. Is the task being upheld to a certain standard of the actual task, regardless of how it affects the people involved? Not to say like there's any ill will in it, but
Right.
just it's more about
The task
actually the
itself, but-
economy of energy and
Okay.
and the efficiency of the task and the actual task, where I don't care if the task is at 100% perfection. If I feel like 80% is the best result for everyone involved,
Okay, you're more
that's
like
how I'm handling the
considerate about
task.
the
Because
people around it.
more it's for me, it's like I want this person to be the happiest. So
Yeah.
so I'm more likely to approach a task in a way that may not be the highest standard as far as of the quality of the task itself, but
I
more
got
of
you.
like the satisfaction of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people involved. So it's
I
like
see that.
obviously but that can conflict sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
mhm.
if you're trying to go for a highest standard, sometimes that's like the balance that me and D has. He's more focused on like he wants a super high quality standard, something he could be proud of. Like he wants an amazing picture, this and that, which I value and I know is very important.
Yeah.
And so I very much value his opinion. But my thought process still is like a lot of times I'm thinking about the customer and the client because
Right.
I'm more that's for me it's like this task is at its caliber when I know it's like that's what they wanted, but that's not always because sometimes they don't always they want this thing in a certain way that we
Yeah.
know it's not going to make it the best.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's like I've
So that's
learned,
good that you guys
but I've
balance
learned
each
to be
other out.
open with that, but
Yeah.
I've had to be the same with my wife when it comes to like how we handle home and life and stuff like that, which is sometimes harder because it's also dealing with how we live in our
Yeah,
lifestyles
yeah,
and
oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But then that takes a lot of communication and a lot of like we can get frustrated with each other. Sometimes we're moving in ways. I was like, why would you do that?
Wait,
I'm
you know what
like,
I've heard? It's
you know.
good having like a weekly meeting with your significant other.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing right? What has gone wrong? What are we continuing to do? And what
I
are we
will vouch
stopping
for
to
that
do?
because we did a monthly one and then we stopped doing that when we got busy. And I would say things got more stressful immediately when we stopped doing those meetings. And I was like, we need to keep doing these.
I love that.
Let's get back to it, please.
And it builds, I feel like it pulls you stronger to get towards each
Well,
other too.
I feel like relationships as a whole, you have to work on them. And
yeah,
I think
it's a
that's
full-time job.
yeah, and it's just like everybody always wants like, oh, I want to be with somebody and it's gonna be so cute and it's gonna be cuddly. And it's
No.
like, no. Like
No.
honestly, if you want to be with somebody and
You
really
have to
be
put in
with them,
effort, yeah.
you have to understand they're gonna piss you off and you have to
Yeah.
communicate when that moment occurs and you have to talk to that person on as long as they don't cross like a real boundary that like you shouldn't be crossing, then it's at that point it's like, no, you pissed me off, but I just want to talk to you about this. And if it happens again, I'm gonna talk to you
But
about
I guess
this
it
again.
depends on the stage of the relationship though.
True.
Because at the beginning, if I'm going back and forth and there's miscommunications, we can't get to
Mhm.
get on the same level. Like it's draining my energy more than it's adding to my happiness. And unfortunately, I'm not going to work for that. I'm just not going to, like, I've done so much forgiving, so much trying to work things out with people. And like at the end of the day, I lost myself in the whole relationship. And I'm not saying I'm not going to do it again for somebody, but if it from the beginning, let's say 3 months into dating someone, the first 3 months obviously are going to be beautiful because it's La La Land and it's, honeymoon stage. But after that, if I am arguing with you every single day about something because I'm walking too fast or I didn't give you a kiss today, but I gave you a kiss yesterday. It's just like, I don't have time for this.
I feel like
I'm like, no.
that's a
It's
little
getting a
too
little
detailed.
specific.
Yeah, I was like highly detailed.
No, not really.
But,
It's
I
just
mean-
no. That didn't happen. I was
Okay.
just giving an example. Like
Okay.
that's how small of an issue they were, but it was not small to somebody else.
I mean, I agree with you in the sense that, like, I think in a lot of ways, you're with the right person because I feel like those
It's just
situations are
effortless.
those situations are gonna come up no matter what
Yeah,
with everybody. But you found your person when you hit that situation. And your
And it got
desire
resolved.
to stay with them outweighs the pain of
Oh, yeah.
going through what you need to do to figure it out.
yeah, I agree with that.
And if you both are willing, like, oh, I really want to stay with you, but this is making you hard. But like, as long as that like desire still
Yeah.
outweighs that, then you found your person. And as long as both parties are willing
do
to
agree with that.
work on with, it's not always pretty, but that's how you get to the other side. But expect it to not get to a problem point or to a problem solving point, I should say.
Right.
Then that's not reality.
I think you get to also meet a person when you are in a conflict
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, how do you handle that conflict?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
also what
Eh,
makes or breaks it for
Yeah.
me.
I also argue one thing is learning that they handle conflict in a way that you don't approve of,
Yeah.
and they don't consider your options in that.
Yeah.
Another way is like, yes, they may handle the conflict in a way you don't approve of, but they're open enough to listen to your way and then learn after the
But
fact. Because
yeah.
I will say that, at least for me, in my relationship, we had those where I handled things in a way that Iluza was not okay with.
Okay.
And like vice versa. And like we were like really not okay with. But I was open enough to hear it, understand her point of view,
Mm-hmm.
understand why that wasn't okay for her. She was open enough to listen to why I did it this way, but also understanding like sometimes it's like, yeah, after hearing, I understood it. I completely understood. For her, she had certain education in certain areas that she felt like this is common sense.
Yeah.
This is like,
yeah.
how do you do this? This puts you in a worse situation. Like, why would you even
It's
do this to
cultural
yourself?
difference, yeah.
Like, it's like, this is like, like frustrating. And now this
Yeah.
is something I have to deal with because now I'm with you and now I'm roped into this. And it's like, yeah, but it's like, also it's like her having the willingness to like, okay, I didn't have that education.
Right.
I handled things the best way I could with the
Right.
examples that I had.
Right.
But I also acknowledge, like, you're right. This isn't the right
What?
way. You do know what you're talking about.
Let him finish it.
And and I'm a very quick person to pivot though, and I know
Mhm.
some people take some time to like
Yeah.
pivot and adapt. And but like that, those things take time to like that. But like I would say is like, yeah, they may handle something and not in like the right way. But
Right.
as long as like people are willing to like, okay, let me hear
See your
out,
point of view.
see it through, and it
Yep.
doesn't happen like right off the bat because of course you're trying to tell someone that they thought this is based on everything they knew, their parents did this stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like this is the way they know life.
Yep.
It's like for you to come in and tell them your life is a lie, it's all wrong,
Yeah.
and you're an idiot for not knowing this. It's like it's a hard pill to swallow. Sometimes
Yeah.
it takes time, but like, of course, if they're not willing to listen at all or budge, and they're just like stonewalling you, stonewalling is never gonna work on
No,
anybody.
Yeah.
No,
That
that's
doesn't.
terrible.
That doesn't work. Like
I think that's apparently one of the worst ways. I think they said it was like the 90. If you see stonewalling, that's a definite. This
Downhill.
relationship
This is going
It's
down.
gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's gonna end because
Yeah.
if you cannot communicate, if you cannot even sense each other's feeling, if you have resentment too of that person,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, those two things
It's not
are the
happening.
big things that like you need to understand and dig deep down and find why you want to be with that person
Right.
and find that love that you began with that person.
yeah.
And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, in this day and age, just don't want to dig down deep enough and just like realize like because they look towards everything else that's in their life that's in front of them. It's just like I could just go get somebody else. I could do something else.
Right.
And it's just like,
Mhm.
yes, you can. And it's simple. That's the easy way of doing things. But you gotta look at that person and really like if I'm gonna be like Victor, like if you're really gonna be like find somebody that you're gonna be with and be married with them, you have to fucking deal with them. And you
Yeah.
have to just look at that challenge and just like you said, it's just like really be with that person and just
Yeah.
understand.
I'll be the first hand to tell you, it's way easier to be single. It's way
Yeah,
easier
that's
to
why
for your
I'm
own
in-
personal
Yeah.
like how you like to live. It's way easier,
Yeah.
but
A little lonely, but it's fine.
yeah,
It's
but
fine.
I would say like the rewards of finding someone you could grow with is like indescribable in that sense
Oh, I love
too.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like something that you achieve through that is like if you think of any. And in a lot of ways, it's like if you think of any pro athlete or anyone who's
Yeah.
great at something,
Mm-hmm.
they had to go through a tremendous amount of pain and like reflection and work to get themselves to that point. And they'll tell you firsthand it was worth every sweat, every
Mhm.
workout, everything. And it's the same thing with like if you really like build something. Now, of course, don't stay through the red flags. Don't stay with someone who
Right.
would stonewall you. It's not about that. It's about like both sides willing to grow, and then of course, but like, yeah, the results of that definitely are worth it. But
The reason why I laughed, though,
yeah, what were you laughing about?
it's just like, oh, Victor really needed to get out some P&D episode energy out this
I was
week.
gonna say,
yeah,
love
she was
that.
just like,
He
Vic,
missed
I think
it.
that you just ran with it for like about like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And on that note, folks, it's already past like an hour and
Oh, snap.
25. So
Oh boy,
yeah,
we've been talking.
yeah, we've
I
been
didn't
talking.
even give you guys any tea today.
No, you did not.
I was
you
in
gave
shadow
some
for
tea.
once. I love that.
You gave some
Yeah,
tea
a little
out,
tea.
like, but like some.
I was just
You were
Subtle.
throwing
yeah,
out some.
subtle.
You were throwing out some jabs, some subtle jabs, like some.
It's just
salts,
frustrating when you're
like
trying
that.
to pivot and be the person that always pivots, but then the person doesn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to be the way they want me to be in a sense, right? If it comes to delivery of a message, and then they just don't see it, and then continue complaining that I'm like it just it was not good. So now we're here. Everything is good on my end.
I'm
And
glad.
I'm very happy
glad.
now. Yeah.
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 So thank you guys for being back with us, and we couldn't be happier. We will come back weekly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Thank you. Yeah,
I
weekly
was like,
ish.
that's a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, no, it is. But I definitely, again,
Hey,
this
I
podcast.
missed us.
Yeah, I love this podcast. I love
Mhm.
talking with us and inviting people to come and talk with us
Yeah.
about life and relationships. So I definitely want to again.
Get back at it.
yeah.
Summers are tough, like just like last summer. We were
Yeah.
kind of like on and off.
Yeah.
But please stay with us
Yeah.
and continue pushing us and asking us, where's another episode?
Yeah, we love it. We love hearing everybody come up to us and talk to us about this. It's an amazing feeling.
But don't forget to drop in comments a couple of names that you think would go with us. We're
Give us some likes,
rebranding.
shares, all that good
Please.
stuff.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Buy us a
And-
coffee.
Say hi to my mom.
Oh yeah, buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
We do
all
like
that.
coffee.
Yeah.
You know, we basically survive on caffeine, so please
Yeah.
help us.
Seriously, with the lifestyles with we have.
Especially Derlis over here. If you want these episodes to come out eventually,
Yeah,
Let's
this
not-
poor
I
man
don't
in
wanna
his
support that
man
man
cave.
over here.
coffee, bro. I really don't. It's terrible. But love you guys. Can't wait for the next one, and we'll have some special guests. I already talked to them, so
Ooh.
yeah.
It's gonna be
gonna be
spicy.
Oh, it really will be. There it
Hey,
is.
see you guys next week.
Peace.